All right, what's your name?
My name is Amanda.
And you was age 7 when you found the Lord. You want to tell me about that?
Absolutely. When I was 7 years old, I was convicted. My mom had just recently told me that she had was addicted to drugs, and I had wrote her a letter and begged her to stop doing that. I was very upset, and I went to sleep that night, and I had a pretty amazing dream, and ever since then, I know Christ has been with me. I dreamed that it was the second coming of Christ. At that time in my life, I did not know what that was since I was only 7. I remember really bright sunshine and the clouds rolling around and the disciples running, and I remember sitting on a rock, and Jesus came, and I was crying, and he said, "Child, what's the matter?" And I told him that I was very upset that my family had been bad, and that they weren't coming with us. And he picked me up in his arms, and he told me not to worry, that he had forgiven them and that they would be there with us. And when I woke up from that dream, I could still feel Jesus holding me in his arms for a pretty long period of time. It's not something that I take lightly. It's a very serious thing to me. It was a life-changing experience that I didn't know would change my life until almost 15 years later. Pretty amazing. And coming from the lifestyle I came from makes the story even more amazing. I was persecuted by my family my entire life for loving God and loving Christ, being spiritual, going to church. So for me, that was a pretty incredible experience. None of my family believes in God. They're all in jail, in trouble, and God found me where I was and brought me to him, and that's what made the difference in my life.
Now, when the Lord came in your dream, did angels come with him?
It was so bright that I really did not, all I could see was Jesus. That's all that really stood out to me, is that he was coming to me to bring me to him. And that was the most powerful thing. Nothing else at that point mattered. When I finally could see through the rays of the sun and realize that that's who that was before me, nothing else around mattered anymore. It was just him there holding me, and I can never describe anything more peaceful than that. There's nothing more peaceful than Jesus holding you in his arms.
Yeah.
And for me to have experienced that before that actual day, and I fully believe that that's what that was. Yeah. I know Jesus has held me in his hands.
Well, that's good. Okay, thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you.